Hi guys, and a very warm welcome to Indoor Cycling with me, Rob Clement. We're going to be doing a nice endurance ride today. But before we get going, let's just make sure first and foremost that our pop pins are all nice and secure. If you're wearing cycling shoes, just make sure those cleats are properly fastened into the pedals. And if you're wearing normal trainers, just make sure that your shoelaces are tied up and on the inside of your shoes. Make sure you've got some comfortable clothing, and of course, make sure that you've got some water, because even though it's going to be endurance based, it's still going to be a little bit of a sweaty session. We want to make sure that we're staying at our absolute best. So, sit up nice and tall on your bike for me. Take your hands into handlebar position number 2, or alternatively handlebar position number 1. And let's just start to turn those legs nice and slowly at a nice, easy pace. So if you've got an RPM display screen on your bike today, we're going to be going somewhere between, say, 80 to 100 RPM. Failing that, just follow my leg speed here. Make sure it feels nice and easy to begin with. So let's warm up for 5 minutes. Let's get some blood flow into those legs. Let's set the mood and the feel and the tone of today's ride. You want to start off with just a little bit of resistance on your bike to ensure that you can feel just a little bit of something in those legs, so we can start to get them active. So let's start to get into this idea of endurance and what it means to do an endurance ride on an indoor cycling bike. Well, the best way in which I describe it is that we all love to do big climbs where we test our lactate threshold. We love to do sprints where we test our VO2 max. We love all that really intense stuff, which is absolutely great. But it all comes down to having a foundation first, a foundation of fitness, and that's exactly what we're going to be doing in today's endurance ride. It's all about going back to basics and getting that nice, strong aerobic level of fitness up. So this is where all of your strength, your speed and power stems from. A nice, simple, humble, flat road. So let's get a bit more specific about intensity. We're thinking about a scale of 0 to 10. Today's ride, we want to be going around about maybe 3 to 5. 0 being complete recovery, 10 being exhaustion. If you're wearing a heart rate monitor, the maximum I'd like you to go to today is going to be about 80%. Ideally, we go up to about 75. And if you're working with power and you know your zones, we'll be working between 60 and 80% of our FTP or power zone 2. Let's just add a little resistance on one more time, keeping it very light, letting the legs naturally turn, keeping our feet flat to the floor. So one of the other great things about doing an endurance ride is that it's known for being the perfect zone for being in order to get your optimal fat burn. So it's great for stuff like weight loss, as well as building your aerobic fitness up. Now in today's ride, I want you to work at a pace where you can just about hold down a conversation quite comfortably. It's not going to be easy mentally to work to this level. This is the hard part of endurance, is learning how to take a step back and just going back to the very beginning. Now in today's ride, we're also going to be doing not just seated flats, a few standing flats as well, and a couple of jumps, which will take you to the higher end of endurance. But I know you can do it. Okay guys, one more time. Tiniest little bit of resistance here. And let's just keep those legs flowing at the same pace. You've also got the other option now of taking your hands out a little wider to handlebar position 2.5. But start to think about flexing your elbows and dropping those shoulder blades down nice and low. Use the visuals today in the background to inspire the sense of scenery, the sense of feel, those perfect flat roads. So coming up just after this warm-up, I'd like a little bit more resistance, but I want you to focus on an increase in your cadence, your pedal stroke speed. Of course, you can follow my legs, or you can take your RPMs up by about another 5 to 10. But what I want you to do is focus on staying comfortable, focus on just elevating your heart rate up to maybe 70, and just keeping it nice and steady. Start to maneuver your shoulders just a little bit. First few minutes of today's ride is all about just settling in, getting comfortable, getting that connection to the flywheel, getting that connection to where we're going. Okay, let's start to think about just taking it up now to the next stage. We're going to do around about 4 minutes, adding just a little resistance now, and just picking up the pace just a little bit. Now what I want you to do now, just go into your breathing, keep it smooth, keep it on point. Don't forget to use your music. Good stuff. Now one of the things I love about endurance rides is that it's really good for helping me unwind, to let go of stress, because you become kind of thoughtless. You just kind of go with the flow with endurance. You set everything that you need. You set the destination in your mind. You just cruise till you get there. So right now I'm around about maybe 3.5. If you want to pick up just a little bit more resistance, go for it. Now then, on the next stage, we're going to do around about a minute of standing flat road. This is going to require a little bit more resistance. What I want you to do is focus on a cadence of around about 70 to 90 RPM. That means that you can treat this as a little hill, or you can treat it as a flat road. But I want you to stay within your range, and I want to see great technique. That's going to be about working your core. Okay, about another 2 minutes. Keeping it steady, keeping the resistance light. Don't forget, guys, as always, drink as much water as you need. This is going to help you stay alert. It's going to reduce the risk of things like cramps and headaches. It just kind of keeps you flowing. Very important part of what we do. It's going to drive that cadence ever so slightly right now. This, for me, is what feels really good right now. Just that steady state. How about we do about another minute? I'm going to come up. I want you to think about just using your legs when you stand. Don't try to kind of pull yourself up. Just let it flow. If you feel that you can't quite handle that minute, or you're going beyond where I want you, just come back into the saddle. About 30 seconds to go. You can just close your eyes. Feel where this road is taking you. Use everything that you've got in here to help you stay inspired. Okay, let's add a little resistance now. Handlebar position number 2. And just gently come up. Keep your shoulders relaxed. This feels great right now. To come out that saddle, just to build a little more stamina. To stretch. "30 seconds. Take it up to a maximum 75 to 80%. Follow my legs. Ready in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come down. Fantastic. Take a little resistance off and try and bring yourself back to that kind of comfortable, steady state again. Knees are in, shoulders are relaxed. We're just focusing right now on all the muscles involved in the pedal stroke. Core, the glutes, quads, the hamstrings. Put them all together. Now, we're going to be taking it up to another level. Jumps are a fusion of the seated flat and the standing flat. It's there, yes, to elevate your heart rate a little bit and to test your core stability and strength, but it should be very, very smooth. Once again, just lifting from our legs, coming down very nicely. We're going to be performing these again for 1 minute. It's going to be awesome. But perhaps on your ride today, you don't need to do jumps. Perhaps you just want to stay here. That's absolutely fine. The key factor with endurance is that we keep going, we persevere. That's the heart and essence of what we do. Little resistance. Keep the heart rate about 65-70%. Bring it down. What we need to do right now is focus on one leg. It could be your left leg or your right leg to begin with. And just think of the pedal stroke like a clock. 12 o'clock at the top, 3 o'clock at the front, 6 o'clock at the bottom, 9 o'clock at the back. Hit all 4 numbers, 12 through 6, all the way up to 9 and 3, full revolution. As we hit 3, that's where we develop our power. That's what really gets us turning. Between 6 and 9, as we pull up, that's where we get the recovery, as we pull up from the heel. So keeping those feet flat, hit those numbers on one leg. Right now, change onto the other. 24 hours, all the time, continuously moving. There's also a connection between these simple, easy rhythms and your mental health. When you no longer have to think, and you can just perform, and it feels very natural. It's a really great way of getting those endorphins going. Okay, last time, just the tiniest echo of resistance. We're still between that 3 and 5. Easy, comfortable. I want you to come up and down with me in around about a minute's time. Don't forget to keep yourself hydrated. To say drink little and often. I'm going to push that speed just a little faster. And do it. Just go into your breathing. Twenty, 25 seconds. Make it look seamless. Make it look perfect. All right, guys, we're ready. Here we go. Little resistance. Just a minute. 3, 2, 1. Pop up. Okay, slide down. Hold it here. Learn to adapt. Bring it up. And down. Very nice. Take a stand. Up. Control. And seated. Bring it up. So jumps aren't about going super fast up and down. It's about just about getting used to it. And then you come down. You just hold it here. Standing. Let's go. Up. If you want to go a bit slower, it's okay. Seated. Bring it up. Seated. Let's do one more. 10 seconds. Let's go. 10, 9, 8. Good. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Bring it down. Take a little resistance off and just cruise. You have nothing stopping you today. You have no hills. You have no ego. You're not racing against anyone. Go into that little world. Just do this for you. Okay. A little resistance back up. You should do a few more minutes here. Clear your mind. So these rides are also really good for your circulation. They're good for making you efficient, building stronger lungs, learning how to transport oxygen, blood, and nutrients more to the muscles more efficiently. This means that you can recover over time from illnesses quicker, better. That's what endurance is, efficiency. Okay, I'm just going to pick up just a little bit more cadence. But you'll notice it doesn't seem like I'm working all that much harder. Okay, let's do one more standing flat very soon. Let's really feel those knees pulling up. And as always, it really does help to relax your grip. Remember, the bars on your bike are only there to help you balance. It's these here, isn't it? Yeah, these legs that are doing the work. It doesn't matter if it's endurance. I always sweat every time. You can feel it. You can feel the difference between recovery rides and endurance. It does build up. That's the best part. Okay, little resistance right now. 2 more minutes. Then we're going to fly. We're going to finish by taking it all the way up to, again, 75-80%. That's sort of 5 out of 10. We're not going to hit threshold. No. We're just going to stay where we need to be. All these moves, as simple as they seem, as I'd mentioned before, they're going to be like an investment in your future. They're an investment in your ability to climb, both seated and standing, for longer, to sprint with a little bit more power, to learn how to recover quicker from those intervals. Doesn't matter how experienced you are, this is a place we all need to come back to. Okay, slide your hips right back. Let's get ready for that last standing flat. 1 more minute. Woo! It can be a great way to start your day, or maybe if you've had a bit of a stressful day and you want to just kind of find something that's going to help your muscles and your mind to kind of recover. What a great way to finish. If you've done it right, you should be sleeping well tonight as well. Okay, for another 10 seconds. 1 more standing flat. Are we ready? Little resistance. Position 2 or 2.5. Ready? Here we go. Let's go here. Yeah. Feel the body move. Use your body weight a little bit more to help turn those pedals. Feel the edge of the saddle between the inner thighs as we really work this way through. All right, great job. 30 seconds coming up. Yeah. So simple. So good for you. There's real payoff with these drills. I'm gonna add a few more seconds on for you. Are we ready? 10, 9, good, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Great job. A little less resistance. Bring the heart rate down a little bit as we prepare to think about slowly cooling down and think about how awesome we've been in today's really great little flat road endurance session. Built that stamina. Let go of that stress and doubt that's holding you back. Give yourselves couple of minutes to feel everything, the weight of the world just sort of drop. That means finding a little less resistance, but there's always got to be a little bit on those legs. That feels amazing. This is the end of today's ride. So let's just finish off with a few shoulder rotations as we come up nice and tall. Roll those shoulder blades back. Take those shoulder blades forwards. Beautiful big circles round. Take your hands behind your back, interlock your fingers, push your arms out. And bring your chin down towards your chest, elbows out. Extend the arms forwards. Take the hands up towards the ceiling to reach all the way through. And then relax from there. Okay, when you're ready, just bring your bike ride to a complete stop. If you're wearing cycling shoes, just take them out. If you've got normal trainers, just remove them from the cages and come down in your own time. Okay, a few stretches. Let's start off with quads. So one hand on the bike, the pole of your foot, and just pull that heel all the way up towards your glutes to get that nice quad stretch. And we're just going to gently change it around onto the opposite side, switch through onto the opposite leg. We'll do hamstrings as well. So just kind of facing here, just take one leg forwards, push the hips all the way back, taking your hands onto your supporting knees. So as you push your glutes through, just get that nice hamstring stretch. Just kind of flushes out some of the toxins out of the muscles. Change sides. So I want to say a massive thank you for joining me today. There is plenty more content to come. So thank you ever so much, and I'll see you guys again very soon. Give yourselves a massive round of applause. That's our endurance ride complete. All the very best, guys. Well done.